Hello, my lovelies. Welcome back to Tarot Tuesday. I see that we already have Amanda and Lori in chat. I've been chatting with them. I try to get in here at least like anywhere from 5 to 3 minutes early just to make sure that everything's going to go smoothly because anxiety. Um, so if you guys are ever in here early, let me know. Say something in chat. I'll probably be talking to you back. So I got to have a chat for a bit with Amanda and Lori, which has been nice. Hey, Chad, what's up? How are you? I got your picture of your LARPing. That looked cool. Uh, Everybody, it has been a crazy week. I'm gonna tell you something I did today, and I am embarrassed. Embarrassed. All right. So I lost Tuesday entirely. Tuesday completely went away from me, right? I solidly believed at 10 o'clock this morning it was Wednesday. And I have a training that I have to do through Zoom on Wednesdays, right? And I'm a good student. I will be there 10 minutes early. I will print out my materials. I will have my materials in the folder in plastic sheets with expo markers to take notes on them, right? Like I'm a good student. So I noticed that my materials were up late and I was like, well, that's odd, but they got up late. So I was like, all right, cool. I printed out my materials. I had like 20 minutes left to print out my materials because my class was at 3. I go to log in and it says, we're letting the host know you're ready. And I was like, okay, that's normal. 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later, and I was like, okay, maybe there's some kind of malfunction. So I go and I request again 4 more times. Didn't realize it. I was like, I guess something happened. I guess they're having a technical difficulty on their side or something. That has to be what the case is, right? I go and pick up my groceries, and as I'm coming back, I realize, dummy, it's Tuesday. You got Tarot Tuesday tonight. So the lady who is like a really important person in the realtor group that I work for, she got like 5 requests for me to join a meeting that was tomorrow. Y'all, that's how my week is going. Oh, what's up, Juby? How are you? Oh, that's how I'm doing. That's my week. That's how it's going. It's like I'm just gonna do dumb stuff. Chad and Juby, I'm gonna go ahead and put you guys on the list for a card since you guys are in here, and I know you're gonna want a card. I hope everybody is well. And Juby, I'm glad that you're finally able to get in here. We are all making it through some kind of weirdness that is happening the first of the week here, right? Like I said, I embarrassed myself this morning by losing Tuesday. I'm just gonna make sure like tomorrow when I get into the class, if she says anything, if the instructor says anything, I'm just gonna be like, you can tell that I was really ready and like I was on it. Dang it. It is too hot, Amanda. But you're on the West Coast, right? Right? You're not on the East Coast. You're on the West Coast. Just weird stuff. Yeah, Juby, just weird stuff. Like all like you're sitting there going, what? Why did that actually happen? You're in Colorado. I have another friend of mine that is a dear friend of mine. I adore her. She lives in Colorado, and I keep wanting to go up there and see her. But yep, we live in Florida. We are Florida people. I don't know how. I don't really know how I feel about that. I gonna say I'm a Florida person. I don't know how I feel about that. There's a part of me that is proud to have grown up in a state that, like, ecologically, you could not ask for a more diverse ecological system that to grow up in. Like, it's been really cool nature-wise, right? Really cool. Some of the residents I could do without, but I'm sure they could do without me too. All right. But yes, Amanda, I want to go to Colorado because of like just the hiking capabilities. But it looks like the problem we have here is a lot of the hiking stuff is in the sunlight, and I can't be in the sunlight. I will get very sick if I'm in the sunlight. So we have to go places that have natural shade, right? And that's not a lot of places here in Florida. So we found in the mountains, there's a lot of times that we can go and it's a natural shaded area to be able to walk in. And I want to do that. It was snowing. It was, oh, Lori, you said Wisconsin though, and my little heart just went, hello, Wisconsin, from the 70s show. Thor has a timeshare in the state. I agree. With all that thunder going on and lightning, yes. Someone came through the drive-thru and asked for an Arnold Palmer, and you had no clue what that was. No way! That's a Southern thing, man. We definitely. And for those of you that are watching this and you're like, I don't know what that is either. It's a drink. An Arnold Palmer is a drink, and it's, if I'm getting this right, I'm pretty sure I got this right, but it is half tea, half lemonade, and it's called an Arnold Palmer. I was reading that there's tigers in the aquarium. Like, what? Why? What? Wait, what? Where? Which aquarium has tigers? My aquarium has tigers? Wouldn't put it past Florida. I tell you, the weirdest thing is we were walking at a state park in, it wasn't completely North Florida, but it was more north than we are. We are central, so we're up norther to us. We were walking through the state park, and all of a sudden, like, to the left, there's a zebra. And we're just like, that's a zebra. Like, what's going on? And then there's like a water buffalo, and you see a giraffe, and I'm like, what is going on? The person who owned the property next to the state park that we were like on the edge of the state park, they own like exotic animals. It's just the weirdest thing in the world. Just walk up to the fence and you're like, that's a zebra. Okay. Welcome to Florida. That's Florida. The zoo right up the street. Some of there. That's right. Oh my gosh. Like when the pandemic first started and Tiger King was a thing, I was positive he was from Florida. And when he wasn't, I was like, this is blowing my mind, y'all. This is blowing my mind. All right, let's get started on the reading. I will sit here and I will crack up about Florida with you guys all day long. Remember when I first moved from, I moved, the very first time we moved, I was 8 years old. We moved to Detroit, Michigan, for the fall and winter, and I hated it. And I couldn't stand the snow. I kept a concussion because I couldn't stand upright on ice. I fell over every single time. Like, I hated Michigan. And then my mom moved us to Georgia, and then we moved back to Florida. But I've lived in southern Florida and central Florida all my life, pretty much. So. Ooh, Chad, that sounds cool. It's been since I was in high school. Since I was in high school, that's the last time I played Dungeons and Dragons. So I don't think I'd even remember how to play anymore. That's right. The woman in Florida is the one that allegedly people say that's what she did. I'm on TV, YouTube, whatever this is. So I cannot have an opinion on that. All right? I'm not going to. That's right. Nugget. I'm not even going to say her name. Not happening. All right. Amanda, I'm going to pull you your card, okay? Now that I've got you laughing a bit. And are you starting to get like bronchitis again? Like your chest feels like it's congested. Like when I breathe in, I almost kind of wheeze a bit. Maybe it's just your allergies. I said maybe it's your allergies. I pull the card that has the most flowers I've ever seen on these cards, by the way. It is the Ten of Swords. And it's just like so just flowers forever. All right. So the thing that I first noticed when I pulled this card, obviously, is all the flowers, right? I see all the flowers. And the flowers are particular, like summertime flowers, and it's accompanied with this moth that has skulls looking over it. Very interesting. It feels very much like there is this balance between death and life right now. And it is a moment in which hey Christine, it's a moment in which is very happy. Like the color yellow is a happy color to me. These flowers are happy flowers to me, right? Your swords are in the back, like right now the decisions are taking a back seat and you're just overlooking what this sadness, this balance, what this has brought in for you right now. You are feeling a little bit more joyous than you have in the past. You are starting to see things bloom and blossom, right? Yeah, yeah. And it's even you've been in this mode for a long time. I'm not even going to look at your words right now because this is what's coming through for you. You've been in this mode for a very long time where it's a mask. The happiness was a mask, right? And you're constantly wearing that mask. There are very few people that have seen you without it, right? But underneath that mask, you were very sad. Very, very sad. And now it's no longer like you're not wearing that mask anymore, right? Around certain people there's another mask you wear, but the particular mask that you've been wearing for so many years, that one has kind of been traded out for another one. You're no longer wearing that fake happy mask. You have something else that you're showing people. Yeah, you see more clearly because of it. You're not having to spend that energy. You're not having to spend that energy masking so much, right? Um, I hear desperately, like desperately, do not put it back on. It doesn't fit you anymore. Don't put it back on. Like there was a moment today where you didn't want to be authentically you. Is that what happened today? You didn't want to be authentically you. So for a moment, you were to put that mask back on. Don't put it back on. Don't. If people can't handle you, at everything that makes you you, then they don't deserve you. You don't need to use your energy putting that mask back on for them. They're not worth your energy. All right? I am very, very, very honored. Thank you, Amanda. Oh no! Oh no! It's okay. He probably deserved it. He probably said something. He's so funny. He's so sarcastic. If I guess you know what I bet, and this is just experience talking, not any metaphysical thing, but I bet people have a hard time with him, right? Because he does joke around so much, but the jokes are like sometimes fall on deaf ears with them because people just don't get him. He's funny. He's a funny guy. Oh. Yeah. You're okay. You're all right. I'll keep you there. It's fine. All right. Lori, it's your turn. Lori, you feel like this is when I'm tuning into your energy, I feel like you have questions, but you feel like literally like what's the point? There's a lot of just a lot in there. I'm trying to give you words because there's so much going on with the energy right now. You still have that the very achiness between the shoulder blades, the exhausted feeling. There is a spark that I see, and that spark reminds me of happy for some reason. Like it's a small little flame, but it's a happy flame. It's a dancing flame. All right. Ooh. You got the magician. You got the magician. Now, this card deck I normally don't read in shadow, but the moment I pulled this one, it was in shadow. It was reversed. And the advice of the dead. That's what I'm getting. The advice of the dead. And we need to see what the advice of the dead is. Ooh, this one's all kinds of the energy is weird. There's a very just I'm struggling with the words. There's so many things coming at me at one time. Your energy is just waving and very erratic. Very erratic. All right. The advice of the dead on this one is do not waste time, act. You can trust your own abilities without delay, but carefully evaluate where you aim your potential and the object of your choices. Like the card itself, I don't know if you can see the card right there. What I immediately see is the crystal ball, the wand, and all the candles, right? So I'm I'm trying to figure out why is it that's where my focus went, right? And the crystal ball is like you're always looking for the future. You're trying to decipher what is the best decision for the future, right? And the magician is normally this spiritual, we understand the other realm kind of thing. There are thoughts that I'm trying to put together, and they're very hard right now, Lori. Um, Lori, you're trying to divine answers that are not ready to be yours. And that is why I'm getting all of the static that I hear. There's certain things that you must do before you'll have the answer, your answer. There's a sign you keep asking for. You keep pulling your own cards, and you're never getting the same card twice. You're not supposed to know the answer right now. The card is you trust yourself. You've never trusted yourself. So they're going to stop talking to you. They're going to force you to trust yourself. They're going to take away every single support that you have to make a decision. And now you have to listen to yourself. And that's why nothing is working. It's very hard. It's very hard. This is one of the biggest things you have to learn right now, is to trust yourself. And there are reasons you need to learn. So they're going to stop talking to you. Oh, that's what I think of that. I don't want to do it. I don't want to trust myself. Sarah Beth, hey, how are you? We had, who else did we have come in here? We have Juby that came in here. We have Chad. I want to make sure that I have everybody. Christine and Zarabeth. Okay. I am starting to try to write this down so that way I don't lose track. Aren't y'all proud of me? I took a step forward. Oh, you don't need a card. All right, Zarabeth, you're just here. Oh, Maria, I didn't see you came in. How are you? All right. Maria, Maria, Maria. That's what I'm going to do. Absolutely. Zarabeth, I hope you are doing well. I hope you are doing well. All right. Chad. Chad, you've got a bit of a headache, don't you? It's not a migraine. It's nothing like that. But it feels like it could be. Like it's that precursor to my brain is feeling a little bruised. Yeah. Why do I see a dog and I see like a gray dog and I see fire? Like just flame so high. Like the flame is going like 20 feet in the air. And yes, that's high for me. All right. You got a lot on your mind. Well, there's a dog that's sitting next to that flame. You know who the dog is, or who the dog belongs to. And you know why they sent the dog. Okay? What's on your mind? Yes is the flame. Tend the flame. Tend the flame. What exactly is causing this turmoil within your head? Tend the flame. All right? You got the 7 of Pentacles. And they're literally like adding up their bounty, right? And that's what you are. Is that your flame? Is that what's on your mind? Is you're trying to add up your bounty? You're trying to see where your wealth is, redistribute it, figure out what goes where. Are you starting to budget? It feels like part of that flame is this opportunity to move forward, right? To grow. And in order to get into that opportunity, though, there's certain financial things that need to be in order. So right now, that flame is you trying to organize that finance stuff. What I'm going to tell you to do is continue doing what you're doing. Again, you know who sent the dog, you know the dog's name, and you know what you're supposed to be doing. You got the message at the beginning of this. Tend the flame. So figure out your finances. Make it work. Okay. All right. Juby! Juby! I saw one of your videos the other day on my For You page. I don't know if I told you that or not, but I saw your video on the For You page and I was like, that's Juby! Y'all, I get so excited. If you're on TikTok and you're also over here with me, if I see your videos show up on my For You page, I literally do that face. I literally do that face. I get so excited to see you on my For You page. I'm like, oh! I've got some regulars that are always on my For You page. Like, if on YouTube, they're called Witchy Friend Co. And I did a podcast with them. On TikTok, he is certifiably gay. That's his handle for TikTok. And I see him all the time. Who else do I see all the time? I see Duff the Unicorn quite a bit. Because I love Duff the Unicorn. All right, Juby. Juby, there's an ache. And this isn't a physical ache. There's an ache. There's an uneasiness. Ooh, and now that I mentioned it, it gets even more intense. And my back is very stiff. Very stiff. Just feels very heavy. Very heavy right now. I see the color red and a crack in the wall. Like red satin. That's what it looks like. It looks like red satin. It's just a very pretty, shimmery red. Juby, for a moment, everything just went completely silent. Like there is Okay. I said that, and as soon as I said that, they're like, we have to clear it right now because of what's coming. So whatever I'm about to tell you, they've had to clear the room for it. All right. You got the Six of Cups. And the immediate thing that I see is the heart that is on the case, right? And all the cups are in this treasure box that is this heart. You've locked away all these things, all these little tiny treasures into your treasure box. And you're letting some of them open. The lock is sitting on the ground. You opened up the treasure box. Okay. Let's read your words. The balance is precarious, and the tendency to live in the past, accumulating memories and nostalgia, could bring us to accumulate uncertainties, to hide from the present, and an inevitable solitude. Only through renewal and a new acquisition of trust regarding the future can the situation be reversed. Oh, so that's what the treasure box is. That treasure box is all these little memories, all these little tiny good pieces. You've been rifling through them. You've made up decisions, but then you go back through all these little hidden memories in this treasure box, like it's a little Rolodex. And you just look at all these memories, right? And it keeps you stuck instead of making the decisions that you need to make, right? Sometimes if we are only focusing on the bad things, we will only see the bad things, right? And sometimes when we only focus on the good things, we only see the good things, or we really want those things because that's why we kept it as a memory, because it's something we enjoyed. So I'm going to ask you this. Those things that you're rifling through, those memories, right? Are you making those now? Are you taking memories right now and you're plucking them and putting them into that treasure box? How many of those compared to the ones that you've kept over the years? You see what I'm saying? That's what this card is telling you. Stop rifling through nostalgic memories that you've tucked away. And if you're going to tuck away and you're going to look at them, okay, that's fine. That's why we keep pictures, right? But how many are there as opposed to how many are being created on a daily? Yeah, exactly. Mina, how are you? I will put you on the list. Absolutely. Erin! Lydia! Erin! Like, what's going on? We got Lydia, we've got Erin, and we've got Mina. How are you guys? I'm putting you on my list. I'm writing it down. Juby, you know what to do. You know what to do. You don't have to close the memory treasure box. You don't have to close it. You can keep it open. You can look at those memories. That's part of the existence, right? We like to keep our memories. But when you keep going back when you need to make a decision, it makes that decision a lot harder. A lot harder, all right? All right. For whatever reason, the voice is just like, we've been telling her that. She doesn't listen. She doesn't put the box away. You got to say it. She's got to hear it from you. And then my guide is like, yeah, it's Ricky Lake. So my guide's harassing me for you. All right, Juby? Thanks. Angela, what's up? We got a full house all of a sudden. All right, Christine, I'm going to pull you a card. Christine, connecting to your energy right in here just hurts. Right in here just hurts really bad. Good God, like color overload. You got the Emperor. You got the Emperor. And like my immediate overload was all of the color. All of the color. And then I got drawn to the weapon he's holding. Which is very interesting. Juby, you need to listen to him. If you have time tonight, I want to chat with you on after the live. Chad, absolutely. I will message you, okay? All right. We are faced here with the domain of the material, stability of an equilibrium attained through experience and rationality. The Emperor incarnates masculine and patriarchal power, capable of attaining concrete conquests in the world, including those in the economic field, as it is demonstrated by the casket on which he leans. He also represents security and irremovable movability, as the anchor at his feet demonstrates. An excess or abuse of power can bring about his denigration, making him become a cold tyrant or an adversary instead of a paternal and comforting figure. Putting this together and trying to figure out what exactly this message is coming through, there's two things that I'm going to tell you. All right. One, this is a card that's addressing two different people. Okay. One of them is no longer here. One of them is. Both of them are very colorful men. Okay. Very colorful men. And that's why I saw the colors, right? When I say colorful, one of them had a tendency to wear colorful shirts. Not necessarily not like Hawaiian shirts, but they were that like very loud colors. The other one is literally loud. Like it's very colorful. Is just very charismatic and tells a lot of stories and blah 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 blah, right? They are both on your side, right? They are both on your side. Like I said, one of them is no longer here. Okay. The one that is no longer here, they can no longer lead you to a wrong path, right? Spiritually, that's not capable. They're here to help you only. The one that is still here on earth has the ability of shooting holes in your plan. That's the weapon I saw. Literally, they have the ability to shoot the holes in your plan. And they're not like doing it on purpose. They're doing what they think is right, but it's going to hurt your goal. It's going to hurt where you're heading to. All right. So, the colorful one that's here, take whatever they say with a grain of salt. Okay. Take it with a grain of salt and do some hardcore thinking. Don't like you normally would, like knee jerk trust that person. Not right now. Give it a little bit of thought. Okay. A little bit. All right. Next is Maria. Maria. I told you every time. And it has been a year. And it has been every time you come on. All right, Maria, let's find out. I keep seeing a little girl. Keep seeing a little girl. Is that you? Or is that yours? What book do you have in front of you? It smells like an old book. I smell an old book. That's what I smell. I smell an old book. And I feel like a cold marble table, or like it's cold. It's like a cold surface, like marble would be. The Empress. Impressive. Impressive. All right. All right, Christine. If you got any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. um, Maria. So you got the Empress, which means for me, when I see the Empress, it is that highest self. It is that the self that we hope to become. But it's also like the self that creates, the self that makes things happen, right? So that's where you've gotten to. You've gotten to the Empress. You've gotten to the point of making things happen for yourself. That's the book I'm smelling then. All right. All right. And is your counter, like, were you leaning on your counter at the time? I don't know, because that's what I was feeling. I was feeling like cold. Um, but you've come to this point in your life where you're very confident on being able to call forth the things that you need to call forth in order to create the world that you want to see around you, right? um, there has been a small little thing that happened that made you doubt yourself, right? Very small, right? But it was a big deal for you. It ended up um, taking a knock to your self esteem and kind of setting you back a peg. And by getting this card, literally, girl, fix your crown, stand up tall. You've got this. That's exactly what your guides are saying. Fix your crown. You know better. No, that one small little mistake doesn't discredit all the things that you've already done. And you've got this. You really got this. All right. See? Don't doubt yourself. Do not doubt yourself. You got this. Vet Tech School is going to rock. It's going to rock. I'm so proud of you. Maria a year ago would not have been confident enough. You have done some amazing work over the last year. You should be very proud of yourself. I'm proud of you. All right. Lydia. Lydia, how is the home? Yeah, I saw the pictures your mama posted. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I would be losing it. Hello, Rosa. How are you? No, you can absolutely be added. No problem. You'll be the last person I can get to tonight, though. So you just made it in. All right. Lydia. You're bored. You're just bored. Just bored. All right. Oh. I don't want to say this is yours though. So I'm going to put it aside, and if it makes sense with the next card, then I'm going to pick that card back up, but I don't think that's yours. I think that was just a coincidental pull. I don't think that was yours. You got the Sun. Read the words. Read the words. Okay, I'm reading the words. Oh my God. Please stop yelling at me. I am supposed to read the words for you on the Sun. So that way there is a specific word apparently that is going to bing. Like it's going to turn on a light bulb apparently. Okay. The Sun represents the male and paternal archetype, rationality, the conscience. Like the beginning of the new construction and the arrival of great success, this card, more than any other, brings with it abundance, brotherhood, and an unconditional love, and it illuminates and warms our way. An arcana of power, command, and guide through circumstance, but also people. For this reason, the reverse could be the transformation into a tyrant, encouraging rivalry, vanity, or arrogance. We must never forget that an excess of sun can burn and provoke drought. Be nice. Be nice. Be nice. Okay? That's your message right there. I'm reading those words, and when your card came through, it came through like this, and I typically do not read these cards that way. So I turned it up. No, you are. Be nice. Your cards are yelling at you today. Your cards are yelling at you today. That's why you got this one. This got pulled the first time, and I was like, this isn't your card. And so I set it aside, but now I understand this. You're letting stress get to you. You're stressed out. You're bored right now, but you're getting stressed out. Well, you've been stressed out. So you're snipping at people because you're wanting things the way they used to be. It's not going to be the way it used to be. It's never going to be the way they used to be. Yesterday was yesterday. Today is today. We can't do anything about it, right? So your cards are telling you, be nice. It's just what it is right now. Nobody can change it. Nobody can make it different. Everything is going to be exactly the way it needs to be. Take a breath. All right. Take a deep breath. And no, you're not in trouble. Nobody's angry with you. Nothing like that. It's just that the universe is recognizing and wanting you to know you're being snippy to others. Hate it when the cards yell at us. Rosa, I am well. I am well. As you can see from our chat group here, we are all a tight-knit community that we absolutely adore each other. Amanda, bye. See you later. Chad, you're not yelling at anybody right now? Good. There's only a small bit left. It's bittersweet. Aw. Oh, the house. Oh. All right. Let's go with Erin. Erin, it's been so long since you've been here. I hope you are doing well, and Jay as well. Ooh. Stomach. All of a sudden, my stomach hurt connecting to your energy. Like a stabbing pain. Woo. All right. And I'm very dizzy. Very dizzy. I don't know. Were you spinning around, Erin? Don't want to hurt anyone. Thank you for reading. I know I needed to hear that, Lydia. I know it's horrible. It's horrible when our cards yell at us, but we all love you. We all love you. All right, Erin, you've got the Pentacles. You got the Nine of Pentacles. Pentacles are always like our finances, right? And yours did come in reverse. For some reason, this deck is wanting to be read this way tonight. Okay. You've had a pretty good run of financial success. You've had all these leaves are just falling on you. And you know, when you needed something, you grabbed it. You did what you needed to do. But now there's something that's changed. And there's a little bit of anxiousness with finances. I don't know. I can't see what's changed. I do see in the picture something that's catching my eye is this very geometric looking skull. It's a very geometric looking skull. Like there's just lines and shapes that are very strong. So there's a rigidity. Try to say that word. There's a rigidity to what's happening right now. But it's still all green. So the worry that you have that it's completely like how I'm looking for the word. There's a word that you need to hear and I'm looking for it. There's a word for this. There's a rigidity to what's happening, right? So there's nothing that you can change, but it's all hope isn't lost. All hope isn't lost. Things are good still. The uneasiness that you're feeling, it's gonna go away, but there is a very rigid feeling to all of this. There's just rules and regulations that things just happened. If we had more time, I'd pull another card because I think this one deserves like another card. So, Erin, if we have time at the end, I might circle back to you and pull a second card because this is a weird reading. Basically, it is you're worried about finances because of some type of regulation and some type of thing that's out of your control. You're worried about money and it's basically like, yeah, it's fine because this, but I don't know what this is. All right. So we'll have to circle back around. Hey, Christy. Plants are doing okay. My Rex behind me, he was getting a little limpy over there, and I found that he's got brown spots on his leaves. I don't know if that's a bacterial thing. So I'm going to be treating them later with some peroxide just to make sure. The rosemary still looks the same. It looks like a twig. Hopefully it'll get better. Sam, what's up? Sam, I have taken the last person for tonight. But you know how to get a hold of me. If you need a reading, just send me a message. You know how to get a hold of me. All right. Erin, not Erin. Mina. Mina. You had a specific question. So I'm going to go back up to read your question. Okay. cold. I'm cold, Mina. Feels like I don't know. It's just very chilly. You got the Page of Swords. And he's sitting at a desk writing. I think the person that I think this is what I'm getting, and I'm gonna get your words, but this is what I'm getting. Person that you're interested in knowing what's going to happen next. There's some type of written communication that I feel like is coming through tonight. That like a text or an email, which is weird, but I feel like there's some type of like written thing that'll come through that'll help you with this understanding a little bit more, like what their intentions are, what's going on next. With perseverance, a spirit of observation and curiosity, the Page of Swords studies and inquires into the situation, accumulating experience in order to be prepared when the situation, which is now tranquil, could change. This arcana propels us, therefore, towards prudence, waiting and calculating carefully. And so that's his answer. They're watching. They're watching you. All right. They're taking their time and just like going with the flow. All right. And I think that's the answer that you're going to get. The written answer that you're going to get is just that they're going with the flow. They're seeing what happens next. There's no label, there's nothing, right? It's just is what it is. So they're taking a very, very laid back approach to this. All right. So that's your answer. They're being laid back. They're taking their time. Their time. All right. Angela, by the way, I got to get with you, I think, on Thursday. I don't have anything. So Thursday, I can get with you. So I'm going to message you and we can get that that snake skin from you, okay? Oh, the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man. You feel kind of headless right now? You're not making a decision. You're just kind of there, right? Hanged Man. Your card is legitimately like he's headless. All right. You feel very unbalanced. You feel very unbalanced right now. Like you're not quite sure which way is up. What are you supposed to do next? Where's my path? Is that what you're asking, Angela? Where's my path? Your path is just in front of you. You're only going to see a little bit at a time, right? The Hanged Man. This is the time to slow down and to understand from a new perspective what to think more about or what to sacrifice with the aim of attaining profound changes. Remember what we were talking about, what we're going to do with that snake skin? Yeah, this is the perfect time. This card right here is saying, yes, it is time to release what no longer serves us. We are shedding the skin, right? We are taking that out and we are growing into what we need to be growing into, right? We are strengthening that growth. That's what this is. So you are supposed to take this moment. I know it seems very awkward to pause, but you are taking this moment to pause and really find out what Angela wants. What makes Angela happy? That was my favorite question from my favorite boss. Well, my second favorite boss that I've ever had. All right. Her name was Marshall, and Marshall looked at me one time and she was like, I was miserable at the job that I had. Miserable. And she was like, only you know what makes you happy. So what makes you happy? And I didn't know. I didn't know. I was 24 years old and had no clue what would make me happy. And I wanted to be a teacher. I finally figured that out. And so I went into teaching, right? And that made me happy for a very long time. That made me happy. So, Angela, your card right now is giving you that moment. Here's your moment. What makes Angela happy? That's what you need to figure out right now. All right. Christy, absolutely. Absolutely. There has been a lot of conversations happening. Very, very interesting. Very interesting stuff. I've got my guides to the left of me, and everybody else's kind of like everybody else's messages are just lining up behind me. It's very. Oh, Chad, we've got some. I've got some plans for her. Magically speaking, that's all I'm gonna say. All right, Rosa. Rosa, how are you? It's finally your turn, Rosa. You've had to put up with us long enough. Stillness, Rosa. What is the stillness? It's a very slowed stillness. Okay, and then it just got interrupted. There was a very slowed stillness, and then all of a sudden it was just an abrupt, chaotic moment. And I don't know if that was you in your own head, realizing that I'm reading you. And it goes back to stillness. Got a very interesting energy, Rosa. It's a very like light. There's just an abundance of light in your energy. A very clean energy that I feel from you. So yeah, okay, so you had this moment. Maybe the light that I'm seeing, the white that I'm seeing was the paper, because it was this just very calm moment. Stillness. It's a very interesting, very cool energy. And cool, very meaning very literally cool. It's a cool feeling. It's not very heavy. You got the Six of Wands. You got the Six of Wands. She's literally reaping what she has sown. She is reaping what she has sown. That red is huge, though. What is the red color? Why is that a significant color for you? Red is a significant color. Not for the situation itself, but for you, it's significant. Why has the energy been so strong? It's been that way because certain planetary movements, that's all I'm gonna say. Certain planetary movements have been a little crazy starting last week. All right. Heart, passion, Rosa. Okay. Do you have you said you were drawing, and when you said you were drawing, all of a sudden there was a lot of like different little sparks that happened, right? Is that your passion? Is that what this color represents? Is that this is you've put in work? You've put in some work. I don't understand. What is going on? Your energy is so weird right now. It is not a guarded energy. You're not guarding anything from me. You're being very open with me and allowing me to kind of see what's in there. But it's very cleared. Like it's very the energy is just cleared. Doodling. Why is it a doodle? So your work is these doodles, right? You're constantly doodling, and for whatever reason, do you have a book of lines of things that you've just like lines that of different pencils, different charcoal, like charcoal lines, right? There's a book of charcoal lines. Yeah, and they're like the different thicknesses. You've kind of organized those so that way you'd know what they look like. So you know which ones to pull. This was an early book when you first got it. Okay. So you got the lines. You know what I'm talking about. One of those earlier things, those things that you did the lines with, go back to it. Go back to it. There's something that you need to see there that helps you reap in this reward. All this work that you've done, there's something there that will allow you to see the reward. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, maybe it's the chalk then. It's a very like I don't draw. I paint. I don't draw. It's a very like it's when I see the lines, it's not a solid. Like you can tell like with when you've drawn with like a thick pencil, how you get the little scratches. Even though it's a straight line, you get the little like, oh, some places are a little bit darker or there's a scratch there because of the pencil lead, right? That's what this looks like. So whatever that is, this is where you need to look. There's something there that's going to make things make sense to you. Right? And yeah, the water thing. The water thing. It's like this. It's just like a cup of water. Watercolors? Were you also messing around with watercolors? All right. All right. Now we are at the end of the night. I am going to pull us a universal card. And for whatever reason, I normally don't shuffle my cards this way, but I'm going to tonight. I hate shuffling tarot that way. And I was shuffling them. Shuffle them. Hey, I'm shuffling them. All right. Universal card. What do we need to know? That's not what I'm going to pull. Nope. Thought I heard something. It's like to the right of me, there's a window. And so I was like, I kept hearing like a tapping, looking at it. It's just bugs. The bugs see the light, and so they're like hitting the window. That's all. No problem, Rosa. I hope that it makes sense and that it provides some clarity for you. Okay. All right. The Seven of Swords. And it's a man sitting on a casket. And on the back of the casket, there's hope and reflection. Or reflection. Reflection. Hope and reflection. This week will be full of hope. Oh, I like this week. So this week is going to be full of hope, and it will allow us to reflect back on all the things, all the obstacles that were put in our way, and all the things that we've overcome, right? So this week, as we go about our week, things will happen, and we will realize the growth that we made because of our reaction. Like our knee-jerk reaction has changed because of the growth that we've made. And so this week is like, we can see the hope finally in the next part of life because we can see our own growth. So there are going to be times this week that people are going to just try your life, all right? But our reactions are different. The way we react to it is just different. I can't come up with any other better words than that. It's just that we're different people now. We're better. And that's going to give us the hope that we're on the right path. All right. Erin, I absolutely adore you. You know this. Let's see, Chad. Christy and Chad are talking, so I was like, okay. For some reason, I felt my energy getting pulled to someone else. Ah. It's very different. And yes, Rosa, I read tarot very differently than most people. For some people, it's not their cup of tea, and that's perfectly okay. And for some, it is. Tomorrow is Whip Wednesday. So tomorrow, join me as I finish one of those projects. And then once we get it done, I ship it off to whoever has joined us. So if you have joined us and you are in chat tomorrow, once we finish one of those projects, I put your name in a hat and I send it off to whoever wins it. So join us for Whip Wednesday. I also am going to tell you very soon, I will be putting out a video here for people to get into a waiting list. I am about to start my own witchcraft courses. All right. So that will be coming up very, very soon. I've already started working on the materials for that. The idea is I'm putting together a course, and by the end of the course, you can have written your own grimoire. You yourself have written your own grimoire. It is a basic witchcraft course. So, super excited. Super excited. I can't wait, and I can't wait for you guys to hear more about it. But tomorrow, join me for Whip Wednesday. All right, my lovelies. Until then, remember, be happy, be safe, and remember, I love you. All right? Bye, my lovelies.